The title, Special Administrative Region of Hong Kong, means that although Hong Kong is now a part of China, the former British colony receives a level of autonomy that sets it apart from the remainder of China. Covering an area of 1,104 square kilometres and a population of more than 7.5 million people, Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated regions to be found on Earth. The city is also one of the world's leading financial centres, as well as being an important commercial port. In this video, I will be highlighting some of the most popular attractions you really should visit on your trip here. Hi, I am John and welcome to my channel, Laowai in China. On this channel, my aim is to inform people that have never visited China before what life here is really like, and not as it is often portrayed in Western media. I cover topics such as travel, culture, as well as current affairs, both here and overseas, that reflect the day-to-day life here. Today's video is called All You Need to Know About Hong Kong, a guide to this fascinating city. I hope you like this video, so sit back and enjoy. Victoria Peak. Victoria Peak is the highest point on Hong Kong Island at a height of 552 metres. For that reason alone, it is worth going up to the top for superb views over the city's towering skyline. Getting to the top is easy, and in just 8 minutes you can take the Peak tram for sweeping views over the skyscrapers, walking paths and luxurious houses in Pollock's Path, known as the world's most expensive residential street, with properties here costing in excess of $100 million US. Alternative routes to the top include bus services X15, 15 and 15B, or Hong Kong Island's Green Minibus number 1. You could also take a taxi to the top or hike. It usually takes around 1 hour to 90 minutes from Hong Kong Central to reach the peak. Once there, you will find some amazing views either across the harbour or out to sea. There's a shopping mall at the peak with an observation deck on top, which costs 48 Hong Kong dollars to enter. Star Ferry. The Star Ferry is a feature of Victoria Harbour since the service completed its first crossing in 1888. There are 2 routes: Central Star Ferry Pier to Tsim Sha Tsui that costs from 220 Hong Kong dollars up to 370 and takes 11 minutes to cross. Or you could choose a slightly longer 12-minute crossing of Wan Chai Star Ferry Pier to Tsim Sha Tsui with the same fees. There are a total of 12 ferries operating on the 2 routes, and for the best views of the mouth of the harbour, you should choose the Central Pier option. Whichever one you decide on, should you be on the ferry at 8 p.m. when the Symphony of Lights show begins, you will have an excellent view. The Hong Kong Tram. Hong Kong Island has had trams in operation for more than a century. The trams are affectionately referred to by the locals as ding or ding ding due to the bell used over a car horn. The trams may look dated and out of place in such a modern metropolis is an icon of the city. Passengers get on at the back and pay the driver as they exit at the front. The trams are a very affordable but slow method of transport, but a great way to take photos of the sights you casually pass en route from Kennedy Town to Shua Kai Khan. Hong Kong Disneyland. Hong Kong Disneyland is a must-see location, especially if you are visiting the city with kids. The fairy tale world has classic Disney attractions, live entertainment in a delightful setting, unique shops and restaurants. Here, across the 7 themed areas of the park, you will find rides such as Hyperspace Mountain, the world's first Marvel-themed ride in the Iron Man experience, live stage shows and the magical parade in the evening. Hong Kong Disneyland is open daily from 10:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. and single-day tickets cost 619 Hong Kong dollars for adults, 458 Hong Kong dollars for children aged from 3 to 11, and for seniors aged 65 and above, The cost is 100 Hong Kong dollars. There are several options to reach the theme park located on Lau Tau Island, close to the international airport. Using the Disney Resort MTR line, it is within 33 minutes from all points of this network and operates daily from 6:15 a.m. until 00:45 a.m. the next morning. Other options include buses that cease running 20 minutes after the conclusion of the fireworks display, or the final option is a taxi. Ocean Park. Ocean Park is one of Hong Kong's major attractions and located on the southern side of Hong Kong Island, with the larger of two sections of the park on the headlands of Nam Lang Shan Mountain, with the smaller section in the Wong Chuk Hang Valley. Covering an area of 170 acres, it is one of the world's largest ocean parks. In addition to displays featuring acrobatic sea animals and other sea creatures, there is a section called Amazing Asian Animals, which includes pandas, and an area of rides including a vertical drop and the biggest roller coaster in Hong Kong. The park is open daily from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. and currently adult prices are 438 Hong Kong dollars, and tickets for children aged from 3 to 11 cost 219 Hong Kong dollars. However, prices here tend to change annually. Transport to Ocean Park includes the MTR South Island line to Ocean Park Station and use Exit B, or there are several bus services that operate to this location. Hong Kong History Museum. Hong Kong's Museum of History is located in the Tsim Sha Tsui area of the city and is next to another museum, the Science Museum. The History Museum gives visitors an insight into Hong Kong's history as well as its geology from prehistoric times up to the present day. The museum covers a floor area of 17,500 square meters and cost 390 million Hong Kong dollars to build. Its 8 main sections include a permanent exhibition called The Hong Kong Story and includes specimens of rock and other minerals as well as shells, all found locally, as well as thousands of other artifacts. In addition to this, there are several videos for visitors to watch. The 8 galleries tell of the natural environment, prehistoric Hong Kong, the dynasties from the Han through to the Qing, folk culture, the Opium Wars and the secession of Hong Kong, the early growth of the city, the Japanese occupation, the modern metropolis, and Hong Kong's return to China. The museum is located on Chatham Road South, next to the Space Museum and Science Museum, with free entry to each of these museums every Wednesday. The museum is open from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., 7 p.m. on Sundays and public holidays, every day except Tuesdays when it is closed. Tai O Fishing Village. Tai O is Hong Kong's most famous fishing village, located on Lantau Island and known as the Venice of Hong Kong. Due to its being located far from the busy urban part of the city, Tai O is not affected by urbanization and retains its style as a fishing village, one that largely floats on water. Most of the approximately 2,000 residents are hackers who make their living from fishing to live a peaceful life, shuttling around on small boats. The homes built on the water, interconnected by wooden walkways and bridges, are a major feature of the village. Mid-level escalator. Hong Kong's mid-levels escalator is the world's longest free escalator system, complete with a roof, and is located in the central area and was built to serve residents from the mid-levels in getting to work in Central conveniently. It has now developed into a tourist hotspot for seeing this area full of the traditional way of life in the city. The escalator system is about 800 meters in length, complete with roofed walkways, crossing bridges and single-direction escalators up or down, and 3 moving sidewalks. To travel along the entire system takes about 20 minutes. The escalator begins next to the Hang Seng Bank HQ in Central. It passes Central Market, Cochrane Street, Hollywood Road, Shelley Street, Mosque Junction, Robinson Road, before reaching Conduit Road in the mid-levels. From Monday to Saturday, the escalator starts at 6 a.m, travelling downhill to ease the flow of commuters to their workplace in Central. And from 10 a.m, the direction is changed to uphill and continues until midnight. On Sundays and public holidays, the direction is uphill from 6 a.m. until midnight. You can walk in the opposite direction to the flow of the escalator on pathways beside the system. The best way to get to the mid-levels escalator is by tram to the Hang Seng Bank HQ. It is then just a short walk westwards along Queen Victoria Street. When using the MTR, you should get off at the MTR Central Station before walking west along Pedar Street to Queen's Road Central, then walk north along that road until you find the starting point. A Symphony of Lights. The Symphony of Lights is a famous free laser light and music show across Hong Kong Harbour every evening at 8 p.m. It uses 44 skyscrapers on both sides of the harbour. It is recognised as the world's largest show of sound and light. The best place to watch this spectacular show is from the Avenue of Stars along the waterfront at Sim Sa Shui. Other good viewpoints are to be found at the Golden Bahina Square in Wan Chai, as well as on the Star Ferry as it crosses Victoria Harbour. Dragon's Back. Hiking along the Dragon's Back is a must-do for all lovers of outdoor activities. Located at the southeast corner of Hong Kong Island, the 4 to 5 hour hike is rated as one of Asia's best urban walking routes. The hike along the ridge of the mountain offers hikers spectacular views across the sea, nearby mountains and outlying islands. Happy Valley Racecourse. The Happy Valley Racecourse is located in the heart of Hong Kong Island and is surrounded by high-rise buildings, making for a spectacular setting for the horse racing that takes place here on Wednesday evenings from September until the next June. The Happy Valley Racecourse was the first racecourse in the city and has a capacity of 35,000 people. Another popular venue for this sport is at the Sha Tin Racecourse. Sim Sha Sui Promenade. The promenade at Sim Sha Sui extends along the southern tip of the waterfront of Kowloon. It is one of the best places to see the beautiful views of the city skyline, as well as the bustling sights of Victoria Harbour. There are several sights to see here along the Avenue of Stars, the Clock Tower, the Star Ferry Pier, and the Hong Kong Museum of Art. Many locals and tourists alike come here just to stroll in the evening and enjoy a leisurely moment away from the hustle and bustle of the busy city. Wong Tai Sin Temple. Built in 1945, Wong Tai Sin Temple is one of the famous temples to be found in Hong Kong. The temple is unique in that it is dedicated to more than one religion, that of Taoism, Buddhism, and those that follow Confucianism. The temple is worth a visit for its natural setting and beautifully decorated buildings. Po Lin Precious Lotus Monastery. Lying on a high plateau in the centre of Lantou Island, the monastery began as a small thatched hut, almost inaccessible, located deep within the jungle. Since those beginnings, the monastery has seen numerous expansions and now is home to around 100 Buddhist monks, and the monastery is seen as one of China's most preeminent. Close by is a 43-metre-high Tian Tan Buddha known as the Big Buddha. It was created from 202 separate pieces of bronze, weighs 250 tons, and was once the largest sitting Buddha in the world. There is free entry into this attraction, which is open from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m, and opening times for the Big Buddha are from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m, also on Monday to Friday. Cape de Aguilar. The oldest lighthouse in Hong Kong is located at Cape de Aguilar and is built in 1875 on the southeastern tip of Hong Kong Island at Shek O. Cape de Aguilar was named after a former general and governor of Hong Kong. The declared monument is full of trails with several photo opportunities of the coastline, including the bones of Miss Willie, a complete whale skeleton left on display. Another attraction is the Crab Cave, so called because it is thought to resemble a crab. Just past the lighthouse is a disused military bunker that has long since been taken over by nature or time. Only the foundations stand as a reminder of what this once was. Surrounded by a thundering ocean, expansive cliffs and the sky overhead. Hong Kong transportation. Despite its size, the options for public transport use in Hong Kong are quite variable, including, quite surprisingly, train travel. There are train services to the mainland, including the Guangzhou-Shenzhen Hong Kong high-speed railway that connects Hong Kong with the mainland cities located in Guangdong province. The railway stations of West Kowloon and Hong Kong stations are services to the mainland, with high-speed services to Beijing, Shanghai and elsewhere, with a few traditional-style trains operating to cities at a much slower pace. Ferries are a major source of transportation for the region, including four boundary ferry piers. The Star Ferry is the pick of the operators, providing ferries across Victoria Harbour. For many of the outlying islands, ferry travel is the only option, with little or no roads for other methods of transport. Long-distance bus services offer connections to cities in Guangdong and Guangxi provinces, including services to and from international airports at Shenzhen and Guangzhou. The opening of the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge has also opened direct bus lines to each of these cities. Getting around the city itself is very easy, with street, bus and subway signs all clearly marked in English. There is plenty of choice from subway, light rail, bus, minibus, ferry, tram and taxi. Each requires its own ticket and operates its own fare system. The Octopus card is worth buying if you are staying for longer than a few days, which enables passengers to hop on or off vehicles more easily without the need to purchase a ticket for each journey. The MTR Mass Transit Railway is a modern, easy-to-use, fast system which provides the backbone of most travel within Hong Kong. There are more than 10 urban subway lines, 1 airport express line, 1 light rail system covering 12 routes, and a tourist cable car service. By 2025, there are expected to be another 5 lines in operation, including the Guangzhou-Hong Kong Express Rail Link. Buses in the city cover almost all areas, with the exception of some outlying islands. Most services operate from 5 a.m. until 1 a.m. the next day, and night buses run from midnight until 6 a.m. Most buses are double-decker, and some offer air conditioning. Trams operate solely on Hong Kong Island. They are cheap and move slowly through the centre of the island. Taxis are easy to flag down, especially so at taxi ranks or in front of hotels. If required, your hotel can phone to reserve a taxi for you. If you've enjoyed watching this video and it has shown you a little detail of life here in China, then your subscribing to my channel would mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching, and make sure you click on the link to the next video.